For all of human history, we have been leaving traces behind. Buildings, roads, bridges, cities, satellites, plastic, concrete, metal, billions of objects scattered across nearly every continent. Even the smallest human settlement leaves evidence that we were there. And today, the entire planet carries the fingerprints of our civilization. But imagine something almost impossible. Every human being disappears. No war, no warning, no survivors. One moment, nearly 8 billion people exist. The next, there is nobody left. No one maintains the power grid. No one repairs buildings. No one drives the roads. No one tends the farms. No one operates the satellites. No one answers the phones. Human civilization simply stops. What happens next? How long would Earth remember us? Would our cities survive for centuries? Thousands of years? Milky, could another intelligent species discover our remains and know that humanity once existed? Or would Earth eventually erase almost every trace of us, as if we had never been here? The answer begins almost immediately. The first thing to change would not be the buildings. It would be the machines keeping civilization alive. Modern society depends on enormous interconnected systems. Electricity, water treatment, fuel distribution, industrial facilities, communication networks. All of them require constant human intervention. And without us, they begin failing. Power stations would shut down, some automatically, others after their fuel supplies were exhausted. Electrical grids would destabilize as generation and demand fell out of balance. Within hours, many cities would begin going dark. At first, the world might appear strangely normal. Traffic lights would continue operating for a while. Some buildings would remain illuminated. Automatic systems would continue following their programmed routines. The internet might continue functioning in isolated portions of the network, but nothing would be maintained. And gradually, the infrastructure of civilization would begin collapsing. Water is one of the first major problems. Cities depend upon pumps to move water through enormous underground systems. Without electricity and maintenance, those pumps eventually stop. Reservoirs overflow or empty. Pipes lose pressure. Sewage systems fail. Underground tunnels begin filling with water. And in places like New York, London, Paris, and countless other cities, subway systems could slowly flood. The civilization beneath the streets would begin disappearing into darkness. Then nature begins taking back the surface. At first, the change would be subtle. Grass grows through cracks. Weeds push against sidewalks. Small plants appear beside buildings. Birds begin nesting in abandoned structures. Without traffic, without pesticides, without constant human disturbance, wildlife populations begin changing almost immediately. Animals that adapted to living alongside humans could expand rapidly. Others would disappear. Domesticated animals would face a very different fate. Pets locked inside houses could die within days or weeks unless they escaped. Livestock trapped in industrial facilities would face severe consequences. Some populations might collapse. Others could escape and establish wild groups. Over generations, nature would begin rearranging the biological landscape. Meanwhile, our roads would begin to deteriorate. Roads look permanent because we constantly repair them. Workers fill cracks, replace damaged pavement, clear vegetation, repair bridges, remove snow. Without maintenance, water becomes the enemy. Rain enters tiny cracks, freezes, expands, then melts, repeated thousands of times. The pavement fractures. Roots push upward, plants spread. Eventually, roads that once connected continents become broken paths disappearing beneath vegetation. Bridges face an even harder future. Steel corrodes, concrete cracks, expansion joints fail. Paint peels away. Without inspection and repair, structural weaknesses accumulate. Some bridges would collapse within decades. Others might survive for centuries. But eventually, gravity wins. A structure designed to last hundreds of years can rarely survive geological time. And the same is true for buildings. Modern skyscrapers appear incredibly powerful. Steel frames rise hundreds of meters above the ground. Concrete towers dominate entire cities. But they were never designed to survive without maintenance. Water enters roofs. Windows break. Pipes burst. Freeze-thaw cycles attack concrete. Corrosion weakens steel. Fires can spread through abandoned interiors. Vegetation invades. And slowly, the buildings begin collapsing from the outside inward. Some structures would disappear surprisingly quickly. Others would become ruins. The world's oldest monuments would become some of the longest-lasting evidence of human civilization. Stone monuments, large sculptures, carved inscriptions, massive structures built from carefully shaped rock. Yet even stone is not permanent. Rain erodes surfaces. Wind carries particles that slowly wear down edges. Roots grow through cracks. Temperature changes create stress. Over thousands of years, writing begins disappearing. Names become unreadable. Faces erode. Buildings become indistinguishable from natural rock. And then another process begins working against our memory. Sediment. Rivers carry soil through former cities. Floods deposit layers of mud. Landslides bury roads. Coastal sediments cover abandoned settlements. Forests grow over neighborhoods. Deserts bury structures beneath sand. The planet does not need to destroy everything. It only needs to bury it. And Earth is very good at burying things. Consider something even more durable: plastic. Humans have produced enormous quantities of it, from bottles and packaging, to industrial materials, to microscopic fragments spread throughout the oceans. At first, plastic might seem like the ultimate evidence of humanity, a material that refuses to disappear. But plastic does not remain unchanged forever. Sunlight breaks chemical bonds. Heat alters materials. Mechanical forces fragment objects. Microorganisms can attack certain polymers. Over time, large plastic objects become smaller and smaller pieces. Microplastics, nanoplastics, fragments embedded into sediments. The material may persist for extraordinarily long periods, but persistence is not the same as permanence. Millions of years from now, future geologists could potentially identify strange chemical layers containing unusually high concentrations of synthetic materials. A thin geological fingerprint, a signature unlike anything produced by natural processes alone. Our civilization could become a layer in the rocks, a moment in Earth's history preserved inside sediment. And then there is something even more unusual: radioactivity. Human civilization has created and concentrated radioactive materials through nuclear technology. Some isotopes decay quickly. Others persist for thousands or millions of years. Certain artificial radionuclides could leave identifiable signatures in sediments long after buildings and roads have vanished. A future civilization examining Earth's geological record might discover anomalous layers and realize that something unusual happened here. Something technological, something brief, something extraordinary. But the surface would tell only part of the story, because we have also transformed the atmosphere. Human activity has changed concentrations of greenhouse gases. We have altered ecosystems, moved species across continents, modified coastlines, redirected rivers, excavated mountains, created enormous artificial reservoirs. Even if humanity vanished tomorrow, many of these changes would not disappear immediately. The atmosphere would continue responding. Vegetation would absorb carbon dioxide. Oceans would exchange gases with the atmosphere. Climate systems would evolve. Some changes would persist for centuries. Others would gradually weaken, but some biological effects could last much longer. Species we transported across continents would continue spreading. Animals that became dependent on human environments would adapt or disappear. Crops could escape cultivation and become wild populations. Invasive species could transform ecosystems. The biological legacy of humanity might therefore survive long after our buildings disappear. And perhaps the strangest part is what happens to our farms. Modern agriculture has transformed enormous portions of Earth's surface. Fields stretch across continents. Irrigation systems redirect water. Livestock numbers exist at scales rarely seen in natural ecosystems. Remove humans, and those landscapes would begin changing rapidly. Fields would become grasslands. Grasslands would become forests in some regions. Rivers would reclaim floodplains. Wetlands could return. Wild animals would expand into abandoned agricultural areas. Within centuries, many places that once appeared completely controlled by humans could become almost unrecognizable. Cities would become forests. Highways would become rivers of vegetation. Airports would become grasslands. Shopping centers would become nests, dens, and ecosystems. The planet would not stop. It would recover. But recovery is not the same as forgetting, because some traces are extraordinarily difficult to erase. Deep underground mines, concrete foundations, plastic buried in sediments, synthetic chemicals, artificial radionuclides, massive dams, objects placed in space, and perhaps the most permanent trace of all, our spacecraft. Humanity has sent machines beyond Earth, onto the Moon, toward Mars, into the outer solar system, and even beyond the heliosphere. Some of these objects will continue traveling through space long after Earth has changed beyond recognition. The Voyager spacecraft carry golden records containing information about our species, messages from a civilization that may one day no longer exist. If humans vanished completely, those spacecraft could continue drifting through the Milky Way for millions or even billions of years. Silent artifacts of a forgotten civilization. But what about Earth itself? Would our planet eventually erase every trace?